Okay, so just a quick introduction about this guest. So about Michael and David, from the young age of 16, Michael has been an e-commerce seller and was quickly able to leverage Amazon to grow multiple figure brands. Then Michael and David joined forces when they realized the potential of Walmart and devoted much of their time to learning the intricacies of the marketplace, enable them to grow their brands to several figures and yet another platform. With the foresight and vision the future of Walmart, Michael and David launched SellCord. It's an agency exclusively focused on helping brands launch and grow on Walmart. So a bit about SellCord is a full service agency focused on Walmart that provides assistance on everything from onboarding and PPC to full service account management. Whether you're launching a product line or trying to improve your conversion rates, SellCord team will help you to take all the right steps. And we also have Pierre, Director of Strategic Accounts at DataHawk, and me, Michelle. I'm Customer Success Manager at DataHawk. And my main goal is to build and deepen client success through onboarding and account management. And my mission is to help also Amazon and Walmart sellers with strategic insights. And I'm sure not only I, but also the entire audience is going to learn a lot from you guys. So let's kick this off. So the topic that we're going to talk about today is developing an effective Walmart SEO strategy. So let's start with the basics, guys. Can you tell us a little bit about Walmart? What is Walmart?
Awesome. Yeah. So I guess I'll take this one. So I like to think, there's a lot of different marketplaces you could sell on. But really most of the sales go to Amazon, and Walmart's really, in my opinion, the only real competitor at Amazon. And, if you really want, if you have already built your brand, you built products already, why wouldn't you leverage that to sell on another platform? So that's how we approach Walmart.com. It's a really fast growing platform. They have a lot of infrastructure, which has really helped them build out and scale really quickly. I just saw some stats that like Walmart's growing 4 times quicker than Amazon. And at this rate, they would be large. If they continue this rate, they would be larger than Amazon.com in 4 years. So I think there's just a lot of great opportunity. Walmart's investing a lot in it. And it's really it's a platform where people are shopping more and more on. It's growing. So, it makes sense to understand the platform, learn about it, and see if it's potentially a good, opportunity for you to invest in.
Cool. I'll kick it off here, I guess, and maybe have a couple of questions. First, thank you guys. Really appreciate you guys taking the time to join us today. Certainly welcome the expertise, which I think is not very prevalent in the marketplace today, right? It's most of the sellers in the kind of the ecosystem that we all exist in tend to focus more, if not exclusively, on Amazon, and potentially you're missing the boat, right? There's huge opportunity. Walmart is a $500+ billion company, and you said infrastructure, et cetera, thousands of stores, brand recognition. Maybe to some degree, it's a different shopper. Probably is to some degree, but certainly an opportunity that you shouldn't just brush aside. So I guess let me start off maybe and ask the magic algorithm, right? Everybody always talks about the A9. So from a Walmart perspective, what can you share? What do sellers need to know and need to understand, and what do you guys bring to your client base relative to that level of knowledge and expertise?
Yeah, so I'll kick this off, and then David could go into some of the specifics. But I think it's obviously before you start selling a platform, it's really important to understand their algorithms and what makes products on Walmart.com rank and do well. And a few things to just keep in mind about Walmart is that they really want the shopping experience for their customers to be really clean, seamless. Like so because of that, like they'll implement a lot of things which, help that. So for example, a lot of your ranking is based on conversion rates. And the reason why it's based on conversion rate a lot is on Amazon, a lot of your ranking will be based on your sales volume. In Walmart, it's more heavily focused on your conversion rate because they want to make sure that your product is the best fit for what customers are searching for, and not just something that's selling the best for, usually because it's easier to manipulate sales a lot of times. So, for Walmart, that's really important. Walmart has, like, the way we like thinking about the Walmart algorithm is it's a couple different steps. So there's your listing creation, right? And it's like how you create your listing specifically for what Walmart's looking for. Walmart cares a lot about attributes. They have a system called listing quality score, and that makes a big difference for your ranking. They also, have, as we spoke about, conversions. There's a lot of things that go into conversions and how you could affect conversions. There's a lot of things that go into, ranking on Walmart as it relates to, different promotion opportunities and things like that. So it's just really important to understand the algorithm and how to optimize your algorithm. Walmart does have style guides for each category of what they want done and how they want it done. So yeah, just very simple things to keep in mind is, you're going to want shorter titles than you have on Amazon. You're going to want, to make sure that you don't, like, for example, something that people do on Amazon is that they put in like words that are misspelled wrong. So you're indexed for those keywords. On Walmart, if you put in misspellings, you lose some points in your listing quality score. So you want to be very aware of that and have a good understanding of that. But it's just really important to understand from their algorithm perspective, they care a lot about your listing quality score as well as your conversion rate. So I don't know, David could talk a little bit about listing quality score and how it's broken down.
Yeah, for sure.
Very important to understand.
Yeah, for sure. So listing quality score there's a few different parts to it. One of the main ones that actually Walmart put a really big focus behind has been the being in stock, as well as having fast and free shipping. Those two things are some of the biggest things that Walmart has been pushing for. And it's really kind of a drive towards getting into WFS, which is really like Walmart. I think like one of the big issues was they had slow fulfillment, a lot of 5-day shipping, 7-day shipping, and customers, we're not used to that, right? We know we get on Amazon, we're probably going to get 1-day shipping, 2-day shipping. So Walmart needed to compete with that. So they really put a huge emphasis last year on really pushing to like a big majority, like the impact of that part of the listing is very important. So it's really good that you need to have either your own fulfillment to be fast or just to use WFS for fulfillment. And then there's also the content and discoverability side of things, which is like Michael's saying about the title. And it's even specific to the product type, which is like a assigned keyword by Walmart, where they'll tell you for this product type, some of them, it might even be a similar product to the rest of your catalog, but it could have a 70-character title compared to, let's say, 150-character title. It really varies on every single product. And they're also very specific of how they want it laid out. Michael mentioned about Walmart wanting to be clean. You look at an Amazon title, it's really dirty, it's really long stuff with a bunch of keywords. It doesn't look good for a marketplace. Amazon have a nice picture, that's where they'll get you. But on Walmart, they want that title to be clean, concise. You see what it is, tells you the brand. They have a certain format for it. They have it all in place, as well as the description. It should be very clean. Like, they're all about having a very specific layout for the listing. And they'll tell you what's really nice is Walmart is really informative, and they'll tell you exactly what you're supposed to be doing for your listing. You make sure that your title's a little too long, a little too short. Your description is missing it's missing this part of the listing, some attribute that should be in there that they just noticed because this is something that this category has. So it's really great. And another thing which is very important is you want to make sure your pricing is consistent between Walmart and Amazon. And this will actually affect you as an Amazon seller as well. If your price is cheaper on Walmart, it's going to affect your Amazon sales. Like, you could lose the buy box. Amazon will give you problems, and same thing on Walmart. If you have your price higher than on Amazon, Walmart's going to give you problems. So make sure to kind of keep your pricing consistent, and those are some of the main things to get that listing quality score, which is going to help you. That, like, Walmart will look for a specific percentage of a listing quality score and promote that to keep the listings going. That's what they'll use to help you with ranking. You have to have a good listing quality score.
Excellent. Go ahead, Michelle. I'm sorry.
Now I just wanted to, because we have a question from our audience. So Abby is asking, should I be putting fast shipping in my titles?
And that's not something that would be part of a title. Titles should really just be descriptive to the product. Walmart, what they do is they have tags on a listing, which with the shipping. Every single listing has a shipping tag. And this is just something you could view from the outside when you're searching for a product. It's either 3+ day, 1 day, 2 day, or like they also have the pickup option, but it doesn't go any more than 3 days. It's just 3+ days, and that's it. So that the fast shipping you'll be able to just see on the listing outside of the title, and it's not relevant really to the product on a product level.
Thank you so much.
For sure.
Cool. Good question. I think you guys kind of touched on it a little bit, but by calling out some of the differentiators between Amazon and Walmart. So and maybe I'm going to answer the question when I ask it. Is it okay to kind of take what you've done on Amazon and just put it on Walmart, right? Quick and dirty or quick and clean, whatever. But what's your thoughts about bullet points? And you mentioned price, but let's say other content.
So I think what's really important is that that's what a lot of people do, is they just take their listings from other platforms, just put it on Walmart. I think it's really important to take a little bit of extra time and effort to craft your strategy specifically for Walmart. And that's where we work a lot with our clients, is because people come in and just list their products, and you're fighting an uphill battle, because not only Walmart will derank you and deprioritize you for a lot of these metrics over the next few months and over the next year, they're doing more and more things to incentivize sellers who are following their best practices, but also, deranking and, sellers who aren't. So it used to be more of like, it was a really nice to have if you followed Walmart's best practices. It's becoming more and more of a necessity, but it's just by taking the right time and just a little bit of effort to structure your listings for Walmart, it really goes a long way. And all your advertising is more effective, your index much quicker, much better. As Walmart makes changes, it's easier to adapt to them, and you're in a much better position for them. So I think it's very important to look at your Amazon listings. You have a lot of interesting data there. What type of keywords work for your product? Even though there might be keywords that are different for Walmart, but like you could get a good idea of what type of keywords work, how you talk about your product, you sell your product. That could be great information for when you decide to start writing your Walmart listing, but your Walmart listing should be written differently within Walmart's guidelines. And
Excellent.
I think that's very important.
And if I can ask, kind of a follow-up to that, since more and more people are shopping mobile, we see all the statistics about Amazon shoppers on mobile and what they see first, and the different kind of look and feel. How does that relate to Walmart, and should that be something that sellers are aware of? And is there a way to kind of have it work, have it both ways, if you will?
Sure. So I think Walmart's site and mobile, they're really like just being cleaned up. If you look like since last year when Walmart did like a rebranding of the site, it's very similar in appearance, and that's where it's really important to have these good tags for your listings. These other things that stick out, they stick out, right? You have that. You have a pro seller, you have WFS, you get the little badge for the WFS, you get the badge for the fast shipping. And it's also important to also have very clean images. It's having a nice set of images is on mobile especially, right? That's one of the biggest things you're going to be looking at, right? The picture is what's going to catch you. So just having that high quality picture right there, having some nice infographics in there. These are all things that are going to help you with your conversion rate, which is ultimately going to help you with your ranking. So for sure, there's definitely things to do to further that direction. It's really about having also just the title is having concise title makes it much easier for that mobile experience. It's right there, it fits right there on the page. You don't have to have the 3 dots. You have to continue reading what this long title is. It's all right there in the small space, and it'll tell you exactly what that product is. So it's about being concise and show exactly what the product is, and that's what's going to help get you to make those sales.
That makes great sense. One other thing that I hear folks talk about is of course everyone's goal is to increase sales. So what advice, and you've already given some, but maybe what would be the most important thing that for sellers to improve their visibility and their conversion?
I think something that's, I think the most important thing to really leverage is, once you have these other points that we spoke about in place, is really advertising. I think, but by properly leveraging advertising, there's so much opportunity, because a lot of people aren't advertising in its own is really a marketplace. That's what advertising is. You're literally bidding against other sellers. And when there's less sellers and less sellers who are paying attention, you have to pay less. So I think, there's really great opportunity to properly leverage advertising now. The platform's new. And advertising is even newer than really Walmart. Advertising on Walmart.com is newer than selling on Walmart.com. So, there's really a lot of great value you could get from properly leveraging advertising. So that's what I would say is number one. It's seen really important for us. And then another thing that we've seen really, really help is just whatever you could do for conversion. One of the biggest things we do for our clients for conversion is rich media, which rich media is basically Walmart's version of A+ content. So it allows you to have videos on your listing, comparison charts, enhanced descriptions, things of that nature. And we host those for our clients. On Amazon, you can host them directly. Through Amazon and Walmart, you have to work with a provider to host it. So we host that content for clients. And it just, because conversion rate is so important and telling your product story is so important on Walmart, especially since a lot of customers are used to buying for national brands or brands they know and trust. You want to really, when you get that customer to the page, you really want to make sure you tell them your story. So that's been a really big factor.
Cool. David, you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely on the rich media side of things, it's great is that you have some of these like really established listings that are there that have been around for a while that haven't been updated in a while. You get on there, it's the same old copy. You'll see like some of these very short titles, 5-word titles, and the content is not great. Maybe the images are high quality, but you have the opportunity as a seller to come in here and compete with these big brand names. You put out these beautiful listings that now you can compete with these really top scale brands. Like that is not really an opportunity you typically get. And I just want to touch on the advertising point again. It's crazy, like the difference between like the returns you're going to be getting on your Walmart advertising compared to Amazon. You have the highest like spend, like the highest bids on Walmart is a fraction of what Amazon has. So many of your bids you could be winning at very close to the bottom. And we're seeing this get more and more competitive as it continues to grow. And Walmart themselves are really pushing they're making such a huge push to get towards advertising. Just over the past 2 months, they've rolled out changes that change the complete way you need to be advertising on the platform. They just rolled out on June 6th, not even 2 weeks ago, having second price auction. And that's such a huge thing with advertising. You have much less wasted spend if you really had really high bids. And you now have to factor in about having a better quality product, because right now with second price auction, it's not just about having the highest bid, it's also about having good content. Which bid is Walmart going to pick? And then there's just different things with placement. There's now multiple placements instead of just having a promoted placement or a sponsored placement or organic placement. Now they have both listed as well. The way you could rank, you have to previously be ranked in the first 4 pages organically or through just auto campaigns before you could run a manual campaign for specific keywords. And now it's based on the quality of the listing instead, compared to the top products of that product type or that category path, whatever it is. So they've really like given a lot of opportunity to launch from scratch. Before it was kind of like you have to kind of wait for your listing to kind of just get into the flow of it. And now you can start advertising once it kind of met that criteria. But now it's like you could launch a listing tomorrow and put spend towards it and be making sales the next day already. You can target exactly what you want, and with the proper setup, you could really thrive. So definitely utilize advertising now. It's like we're literally seeing it getting more competitive week over week. It's growing. Walmart's booming these days. It's a great place. It's a great place to get into these days.
Awesome. This has been really, really good. I kind of wanted to ask, I guess we're kind of at the end of the time. I did have one more, maybe quick one, if I may. I don't know if we're going to get cut off. One of the things that I see, products on Walmart, there are so many more categories that products rank for on Walmart than on Amazon, right? Amazon, maybe, 4 or 5 categories. On Walmart, sometimes I see the same product ranking for 20 different categories. What would you say is the importance of ranking well, and how can you on as many of those as possible, which I guess would be the goal on Amazon, but from a Walmart perspective, how important is that?
So it's definitely good to diversify. You know, there's in general on Walmart, because it's just there's fewer customers, there's fewer shoppers. You have to expand to more of the niche keywords to bring in. You really want to take all the sales. And what's also great is like it's also about longevity. If you can make sales on some keywords that are a little bit more broad, and you start taking over those and ranking for those, as the platform continues to grow, the search volume is only going to increase. And if you're number one, you're going to be killing it in a few years, right? So it's definitely important to expand, and if obviously get to the top of your main keywords. But we'll oftentimes see like sometimes the main keywords are very saturated and have already on Walmart. You'll already see like there's been listings that have been on Walmart for a very long time. A lot of these won't be listings, and you have to compete with those, and sometimes it's a little bit hard. So you could kind of attack some of the lower end keywords and just kind of start to grow. And as those grow, remember it's all about the conversion rate. So if you're killing it with those, you're going to start killing it on the main keywords too. And I would just say hammer those auto campaigns. You know, go to town and work on keyword harvesting. It's a great way. It's a great way to really grow and get your ads going on Walmart.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. I have one more question from the audience. So from Jeffrey. He says, I hear from ex-Walmart employees all the time that Walmart users are different. They shop differently. How true do you find that really is, especially in terms of search? Walmart Tools tells me that the best search term to rank for it is often one word. A super broad word like detox, which I'm never going to rank for. Also, any updates you'll have on when advertising will switch to the second price auction?
Yeah,
Okay.
so David, you can take that one.
Okay, so just off the bat, second price auction, as mentioned, happened. It happened June 6th. It's live. It's been great. It's definitely requires changes in strategies. Regarding the other points, people like to say the Walmart shopper is different than the Amazon shopper. And yes, there's been many studies that come down to this, and the Walmart shopper is more, the main thing they always say is they're price conscious. But I think Walmart as a whole kind of has like we have the idea of the store, kind of maybe like some lower end products. Walmart's trying to get away from that. Walmart's really pushing. They're not trying to be a Walmart, some low end quality thing. It's about, they're trying to be a competitor to Amazon. They have everything. You go on Walmart, you find the best products, you find the worst products. The same way you go on Amazon, you find the best products and the worst products. The customer they're trying to target, the shopper, is the same shopper that they're trying to target on Amazon. They're trying to get everyone. They're trying to take everyone away from Amazon. So while today maybe the Walmart shopper may be a little bit different, it was more different yesterday than it was today on Amazon. You know, it's just every day more people are understanding that there's now a new player in the game, and that's what it's about. You know, it's about, okay, I don't need to go to Amazon to make all my purchases. I can go to Walmart. You know, I could get a huge variety. I can get my groceries together. I mean, sure, Amazon has all these features as well, but maybe already using Walmart for some of your pickup stuff. Oh, now I could also just have it shipped to me together, like next day delivery, where I could also get these standard products. It's the same as Amazon. It's the same idea. So yes, today it might be a little bit different of a shopper, but I wouldn't focus necessarily on that and really go towards just targeting everyone. You know, don't try exclude. Regarding specifics with advertising, like for keyword versus broad, like the different types of strategies for that, there's definitely different ideas and ways you could try on Walmart. What's great is it's still so new. You know, they're rolling out these monumental changes themselves. The data is there for sure. Definitely some strategies are better than others, but I would really say just get in there and play around with it. You know, we've seen like certain strategies. Oh wow, this is interesting. You know, we just brainstorm and come up with something cool, and like it works. So give it a shot. You know, it's so new. Just jump in there, play around. You know, does this work for you? Great. And it's not necessarily across the board. You know, you might have certain categories that do well with certain types of advertising, and other ones that don't. You know, it's just how it works. You know, it's going to be nuanced. It's not going to be one rule for everything. You know.
Great. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I think we've all learned more about Walmart in the last 25 minutes than I think we've known before. You've uncovered some ideas and some thoughts. Guys, SellCord, obviously, you know, this is this event that we put together wasn't about promoting any one reseller or any one brand or any one solution provider over any other. It was to bring insight and knowledge to the marketplace. And I don't think anybody's done it better in the last 2 days. And we've had some great speakers, you know, than you two. Tremendous. I think we're out of time. I don't know if we have any more questions. Actually, I think we went over time a little bit, but Michelle, you want to bring us home?
Yeah, no, I'm just wondering, I think that's all the questions from the audience. And well, thank you so much, guys. Like, we learned a lot. And as I said before, like, even for me, this is really helpful in order to help my clients. So thank you so much for all your knowledge.
Thank you guys for having us. It was great. It was
yeah.
Great to speak.
Great stuff, folks. If you're not selling, you're missing the boat. It's the opportunity's clearly there. These guys can help. And I think at the end of the day, they're just telling you, just go in and play around with it. Maybe it's almost like maybe where Amazon was a couple of years ago, right?
Exactly.
Lower cost of advertising. So get in now, build that base for yourself, get those rankings going. And then as things evolve and more shoppers come, you're already in a good place. So talk to them. Talk to us and thank you. This is the last session of our 2-day summit. So I'll thank you guys especially, and thank everyone that's joined, participated, helped put this together. I think it was quite a success for the first time we've done it. We'll do it again. And again, it's all about educating the community, and we certainly want your feedback. So please provide that as well. Michael, David, you crushed it. Really, really great insights. Thank you. Michelle, also awesome job moderating. You look like you're doing a L'Oreal hair commercial with your hair blowing. The reality is we're coming to you from our Paris office where we're experiencing like a mega heat wave. So yes. we're working our way through it. There's not a lot of air conditioning here, but anyway, everyone have a wonderful weekend. Thank you again for joining us, and we look forward to getting together again real soon. Guys, enjoy your weekend. Thanks again, and bye-bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.